that boy Joe getting that money. Now, I also got to update y'all on the Michigan heat wave. This East Coast heat wave is crazy. It got people in Texas in my comments talking about it's so hot, it's 83 degrees. Girl, it's 94 degrees in Michigan right now. I don't even know why I'm trying to look cute for y'all. It's so hot, I ain't got no panties on. It's raining outside. I almost went outside and stood in the rain like a white boy talking about Carl Thomas. Let it rain. Let it rain on me. Dog, it is hot. And don't get it twisted. I got AC. I'm still thinking about going and sitting in the rain. You know it's hot when the AC blasting on you, but you can still feel the heat. I don't know what's going on. I hope it go away. I just want it to go away. I'm tired. Now back to the Joe Budden podcast. That boy Joe had a little mishap, and this is when flexing goes wrong. Okay. Now y'all know Joe, he likes to do a little flexing on Instagram, and somebody saw a little picture where he was trying to block out some of the stats. He just wanted people to know it's 30 million people visiting the Patreon. And I always tell y'all to go to the Patreon. If you a huge fan of the JBP, go check out the Patreon, doing big things, okay? But somebody got a little Photoshop, and we gonna zoom in, and they were able to see how much Joe is making off of the memberships. And just in case y'all don't see this, it says them boys making about 903,000 a month off of the memberships. Basically almost 100,000 short of $1 million. $1 million a month. My God, Lord Jesus. And it's got people saying, no wonder Rory and Ma wanted to see the numbers. No wonder. Oh, man. Number one, I'm assuming the rest of the podcast members, you know, Melissa, Ish, Ice, Parks, Queens, I'm sure they know how much the Patreon is making. But, you know, sometimes when you see it in person, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if everybody got access to the Patreon and the logins, but, you know, they might be having some different conversations up there after this leak, okay? Some people might want some raises, okay? Especially, look, the heat wave, I might need a new AC. I need central air, Joe. You need to make sure that everybody on the podcast got central air. They all got air conditioning. They all keeping it cool. So when they come in for the podcast, they feeling good. That's another thing, too. You doing a podcast on the East Coast with this heat wave. It's all sweaty and stuff like that. I hope y'all keeping cool, all right? But I'm not going to hate, because I saw No Jumper posted this. You know, No Jumper and Joe, they be getting into it really, Adam 22 and Joe. So he posted this. He was the one who wanted everybody to know, look. Joe making $1 million a month off Patreon. But at the same time, I think it's deserved. What other podcast is really putting the money back into the podcast? Really think about it. Whatever they're making, they're paying new co-hosts. They brought in Mark Lamont Hill, who a lot of people, you know, are happy with. I know a lot of y'all feel like he capes for the women a little too much. Y'all feel like he panders sometimes when it comes to the women topics. Him and Melissa, they like a tag team with the female topics. But y'all say the same thing about me too sometimes. But still, overall, I think y'all like Mark Lamont. You know, he got to get paid. Queen's Flip, comedian, bringing that funny relief. He got to get paid. I remember thinking at a certain point, I was like, damn, he got a lot of co-hosts. But it's really working. And I feel like now Joe feels that he doesn't have to carry the podcast. I don't care what none of y'all say. Sometimes Maul would walk in. He was too cool. Both of them every week frequently didn't know things about a topic. Like they couldn't go on the shade room and research a topic. Some of y'all who love Rory and Maul, y'all never want to be real about that. I used to listen to every episode of the JBP. They would come in unprepared weekly. I wouldn't want to pay them niggas either. That's just me. Okay. Like you can't look at the shade room. You can't listen to an album. But now you got everybody on the same page. Everybody's prepared. Everybody knows the topics. And Joe doesn't have to scream and holler every episode for it to be a good episode. He doesn't have to carry the content. He doesn't have to bring the energy because he has people in there who have their own opinion and who can get as passionate as him about certain topics. You know, when it's a topic about money, you know, Ish is gonna get lit. If it's a topic about hip hop and music, you know, Ice is gonna get lit. If it's a political topic or it's something, you know, upper echelon, Mark Lamont is gonna be there and talking about all of his contacts and who he talked to and who he wrote a book for. You know, when it's a female topic, Melissa gonna come in and cape for the women. Queen's gonna come in, be the crazy New York guy. I feel like this money is deserved. And even the quality of the pod, y'all know I'm big on audio quality, mixing and stuff like that. It always sounds pristine. That's where Parks comes in. But I just feel like Joe is not cheaping out on the podcast. The cast is pristine. The studio where they record is pristine. Okay? The audio quality is pristine. He's putting a nice chunk of that money back into the business. So I want people to keep that in mind. I don't think it's Joe just pocketing $1 million a month. But now I do understand why he talking crazy to Fat Joe. I do understand why he don't mind sitting in the second row at the Knicks game, okay? Because Joe been getting that money, but we knew he was getting money when he kept buying the Louis Vuitton mannequin every week, okay? And I think he's heard that too. He done kind of calmed down on wearing the complete set to the podcast every week. I'm like, that boy wearing the complete set. He don't even mix and match. You can wear a Louis Vuitton shirt with some different Louis Vuitton pants. You don't have to wear the whole set, bro. It's all tan. It's all brown. It's all the same colors, bro. The color schemes match. You could do the tan shirt with the brown pants, Joe. You don't have to come in looking like Mr. Mismatch. Looking like Mr. Match my pants, match my socks, match my hat every week, okay? But with that being said, I'm proud of these boys. And I'm proud of Joe because a lot of y'all don't remember when people thought he would stop podcasting and it was just going to be this thing that he was going to be lazy about and he wouldn't, you know, make it throughout the test of time. I think Charlamagne said that about him. And now, 90,000 a month on Patreon, not to mention the YouTube money, not to mention the streaming money. They're back on Spotify. Doing their thing, man. But let me know what y'all think about this little leak from Joe. Of course, we'll be covering the podcast tomorrow. But yeah, shout out to Joe and the pod getting that money over there. But Joe, you know, sometimes flexing can go wrong, man. You got to figure out how to flex without the people leaking your income, okay? But keep doing your thing, buddy. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.